Good news and bad news as we head into this holiday weekend. The good news is it's a 3-day weekend for many of you. Bad news is if you were thinking about heading to Rockaway Beach, 11 blocks of the beach are going to be closed due to safety concerns. Nate Rogers has the full story. Nate, what's going on?
Yeah, well, Bill, as you can see, the sun is blazing right now. It's time to ditch those long sleeve shirts, as I've done so already, and head to the beach. But for the millions of people who frequent Rockaway Beach in Queens every summer, their fun space is now limited. 11 blocks of Rockaway Beach, one of the most popular stretches, will be closed this summer from 91st Street to 102nd Street. City officials say the cause is due to erosion and a shrunken dune to protect against storms. The closure announced this past Monday comes at a bad time for many beachgoers looking to have fun in the sun this Memorial Day weekend.
I think it's a very poor decision or a very poor solution to a problem that actually is not new.
I think it doesn't make any sense because there's plenty of beach there. They shouldn't close the beach. A lot of people are going to lose business and everything, the concessions or whatever. It's not good for the community.
Now, Bill, in a statement, the parks representative said, unfortunately, there is just not enough beach in the section to be able to allow swimming in a safe manner, and we don't want to have any lives put in unnecessary danger. Last year alone, more than 5 million people visited Rockaway Beach. That meant a lot of cash going into the local economy. Business owners that we spoke to say the closures will really impact them drastically.
People are on the beach all the time now. To me, the common sense thing is when anyone sees the tide is rising, what do? They walk off the beach or they go further up, right? They could do the same thing after Labor Day and then say, okay, we're going to indefinitely close the beaches.
Bill, City Park reps say they're continually working with the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers to expedite the Rockaway and Jamaica reformulation project. They're hoping to have construction begin by early next year. But also, Bill, we want to be clear, there's also about 4.5 miles of additional beach here at the Rockaways, but that 11-block stretch that will be closed, it's one of the most popular areas. Bill?
Any projection on when this is going to be done? You'd think we'd be having this conversation months ago. What's their time frame?
Well, they really can't give us a time frame because, again, they're still waiting to even start the project. Business owners that I've spoke to, beachgoers, they're saying they predict even next summer this stretch may be closed because it'll take several years for that work to happen. Is
there any word on the street there about law enforcement and preventing people? We all know a sign doesn't prevent people from doing stupid things.
They've actually put up barriers, but there's 1 or 2 barriers, even with signs on them that say this part of the beach is closed. People have actually taken those down. And so we've seen security guards, police guards kind of patrol the area, but I don't know how they'll be able to police it. It's going to be quite difficult.
Let's bring in the A-plus panel to break this down. Republican strategist Jeanette Hoffman and Democratic strategist Bill Caruso. Jeanette, start with you. I think the bigger concern here is that just what Nate's talking about. They're already taking the barricades down. People don't stop.
It's really hard to prevent people from doing that. And you know, these beach replenishment projects are so important to the tourism economy, and it's a shame that they're waiting until now to just start it.
Bill, is this just a general problem in government that you get something like this that they can't even start for a year?
It is, and it's a lack of coordination. We had a problem here in New Jersey last year where the United States Coast Guard had to pull up channel markers in Little Egg Inlet because it was too dangerous because they hadn't dredged it. And it was a dispute over local DEP and Army Corps of Engineers. They couldn't get their act together. Now it's done now. Similar situation here.
Is part of the problem because they ignore the local folks? We had this problem in Margate where the local municipality said, hey guys, we don't need all the dunes and the wall. We need something else.
Yeah, there's definitely a disconnection in government at different levels between the local and the state and the federal, and it doesn't seem like anyone's talking to each other and actually listening.
Right, like you have a seawall and then they say, no, we got to build the dunes, and then you have a crisis and it still floods. You've got it, and no wonder why they have no credibility.
Well, and you got one entity writing a check, you've got another one designing it, and then you've got this sort of battle of wits of who's right and who's wrong. And then it ends up happening is the public suffers.
Right. All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Nate.